Pastor Ken. I watched the video last night and I watched it now from Sunday. And I, I hope you do not tire because for me, it's always fresh, but but I know I keep saying it, which means you keep doing it. You're very much a John the Baptist in the sense of when he said, I'm not worthy to even untie or, unloose the sandals of the Christ. And your transparency, your, your just childlike honesty, and I talked about wonder, but I just, there's a grand, innocent humility that it's impossible not to want to listen to you. And you're not in for all the drama and how to manipulate crowds, and you're just you. You're very sincere, and you're so intrigued yourself. And here you are, so honest, and telling us your whole story about being a waiter. Just for another time, this wacky guy, I was a waiter at a place called Dimples, Dimples. When I had eloped from a psychiatric hospital. It's really bizarrely true. And I was hiding out in Whiting, New Jersey. It's a very bizarre story. So, what's beautiful, I've got to tell you that story sometimes as myself as a waiter. It will just charm your heart because you're just you have a loving heart. So anyway, the issues is when you said that, giving is the love test. I keep coming back for more because there's love. You've created the concept of you, again, you have to interpret from the old how it translates into the present. Always open for interpretation, but that's not the issue. You have concluded this interpretation and many others in the Assembly of God denomination. And the point is, the whole concept is that you've robbed the temple, but that was the community. The Jews lived in and out, up and down. Every day was all involved with the temple and God. And it was a community of compassion. Whether they were wandering because they were the wandering Jews, they were just, get out of here, people. Because they were so adherent to the laws that they were given, so they just couldn't fit in. And anyway, the issue is that the church is, so the tithing is a concept that we really are family. And you keep repeating all over and over about growing together. And so the tithing is just everybody, it's just a given for your community of compassion. Now listen, I want to just, before I forget, there was no music. I'm assuming you had technical problems, but I missed it. I don't want you're going, what am I, chopped liver? I wasn't enough? Yeah. You had to have that appetizer, huh? And the soup, too? Hey! Anyway, but, I also, because of Carol Burnett, you can tell her I'm now calling her Carol Burnett, I was thinking about the term unconditional love. Well, she brings out fun conditional love. fun, conditional love. And that's what I told you the last time on that tape that you commented on so kindly, is that there is a wholesomeness within these communities of compassion. I don't fit in because James says keep yourself unspotted from the world and visit the lonely, the widows, the orphans. The orphan is anything that's thrown away in the society. So, but there's this purity, and when I was thinking about, like they said, they look how they love each other, and that was oh my God, wow, there's something different. These Jews are different, man. They're just happy. How did they know they loved each other? You don't laugh with people, really laugh, where your guard is down. The people around your kitchen table laugh, unless you really love them. You feel safe, and you laugh about things, and ha ha. And that joy drew people. And it is, so is, from somebody like me, I could use the word hokey. But it's that hokiness that astounds me, because it's so genuine, because these people love each other, they want to hang out with each other and have a good time together, and they're not doing anything that most of people like myself would be. Drinking. It's just, so she manifests is, in my mind, fun, conditional love. And there's a wholesomeness to all that. So, anyway, I wanted to just tell you before I just ramble, because there was so much. But 1 Timothy 3:3 was my takeaway. Listen, Pastor, I can't even figure out how to get to the depth of what I believe. A, because no one is going to listen to do it. No one. Because it's absolutely burning down any essence of monetary. I take, when Jesus said you can't serve two masters, to the most extreme doctrine. I was laughing because you're so adorable, and forgive me for using that word, but I have this father kind of like, you're just the best kid. Your father, meaning me, is a piece of shit, but wow, I love my kid. Man, I can't believe that. So, but 1 Timothy 3:3, that double divinity, 3 on 3. And Jesus said you can't serve God and money. And he overturned the money of the whole religious, all this. It was like their system, get out of here. He didn't have to be homeless, chose to be homeless, live with the homeless. And the sermons were really to poor, hard, struggling people that were homeless. And he's saying you better be more righteous than all this crap. And so what I was thinking was that because here you are having to talk about money and and it just, that's the way this world does. But I do want to tell you did a magnificent job of that, because you're so sincere. You don't sell anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not. It's just sincere. It is. It's beautiful. And the fact you were so transparent about your transformation, about giving and being honest. No, I was pretty much butterflies walls are coming out of my wallet, and I was so touched by how honest you were in your journey. Just honest. And so people can relate to this. This is a pastor? Wow. It's beautiful, man. No, I really am telling you, the vulnerability to um, tr- uh, trans, transparency, it's glorious. Because everybody, you know, you too, you too. Oh, oh, all right. Well, the big man up there, PK. Well, I guess it is a matter of a process, and okay, all right. Whew. It's just beautiful. In that, in my absurd brain, I know you're like you don't want to like touch money. Money's very. You should have a Jew up there like me, because I just would turn around and say, "Hey, listen, boys. You're all uptight about giving 10% to this work that is trying to do all good things. Hmm. Well, you're gonna get off easy with me, because I just am asking for the 10%. Because if Jesus shows up, he's just gonna get up here and go, "Hey, get off that stage." And he's gonna come here and go, "Listen, sell all you have, give to the poor, and follow me." Money is just something wrong. It excludes and includes, and it's bad. It's real bad. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you this one more thing. Actually, there was probably 8 other things, but I just can't remember them all. I'm sorry. But I had to tell you this story. I might have told you on the phone. I want you to see my eyes, because those eyes are about a man named Quincy. And Quincy was a retired Black Baptist preacher who's still struggling in Paterson, New Jersey. So this man of the cloth, revered in the community, all of that, I found out from him. I was 19 years old. I was the payroll bookkeeper for this pretty big wire company, Okanite. So I didn't get along with anybody. It doesn't matter. You're well aware of that. But there was always a lunch, and it was very union-based, and I had to stop work. And I used to ride a bike there and back. I didn't like anybody. And then I met Quincy, the security guard. He didn't have a gun. It was for insurance purposes, let people in and out. Well, I spent every lunch with him. I didn't even eat lunch. I just wanted to be with this man. He had love. Love. He loved Dr. Martin Luther King, and I thought I was back listening to my dad talking about, he was just about love. Love, love, love. So, I remember he didn't show up for work. I found out he's dying of cancer. I'd never visit anybody in the hospital that was dying. I was freaking out. I couldn't handle this. My dad died. I like this. This guy is like my dad. Oh, God, but I gotta be cheery, right? And I'm conflicted. I remember I walked in just to speed this up. And I said, I'm creeping in. And I said, he goes, Avi? And I said, yeah. And then he switched and he goes, I got closer to him now and he goes, is you sad? Are you sad? And I said, yeah. And then he switched and he goes, I got closer to him now and he goes, is you sad? Is you sad? Are you sad? Is you sad? Oh, come on, child. Don't you be sad for me. I'm going to my eternal reward. You want to be sad? You be sad for you. I'm 19. You got lots of trials and tribulations ahead of you. Oh, you worry about me? I can't wait to get into the joy of the Lord. I was astounded. That's my first hospital visit. But this man told me before that, when we were in his little bugadoo, and then I promise I'll finish. But I have to tell you this story because I know you'll love it. And his little bugaboo, and wherever he had to stay, his little stay. So I don't know how we got on this and whatever. And so he started in. He goes, yeah, I was a little late today. I didn't know any of that. And he seemed still ruffled by it. He goes, I just had to send up a little more timber. And how he had been talking that thing, sending up timber. I heard that just registered again. He goes, it's important to send up that timber, you know. So I finally said, Quincy, I'm a Jew boy. And he'd always laugh. I said, what is this timber? Where's this timber going? And he chuckled, I remember. He said, oh, that's an expression. He said, you know, I have a mansion waiting for me. Jesus said so. Now I'm going to be getting there pretty soon. I want that mansion to be big, big, big. So, I was doing as much good deeds as I can before I'm not here anymore. How can you want to keep sending up that timber so they can build the mansion bigger? And I swear, because he really did talk like a preacher. So it was like, wow, that was filled with love. He knew how hurting I was. I can't imagine why he just came. He was like, I was like some, squirrel that fell out of a tree while all the others and the rest of the life, the cat in the house adopts him. That's the way he was with me. Love, love, love. So the sincerity of giving, you're right, is the only thing that makes it valuable. And I used to tell people when I would talk at the 12-step programs, I'd always say to them, I'd say, listen, I said, they talk about addiction and it's very selfish. All you think about is that, nothing else. So now you have to you got to replace that with selflessness and, taking a dog, take care of a plant. Make sure something needs you, and you better be responsible and think about them over your own self. So I used to always turn in that chapter, I think it's the 11th step, I always talked about the helper's high. The helper's high. I'm a weed smoker for over 50 years. But I really thought about it. I just kept telling them, I said, guys, addicts are addicts. That's my belief. I said, you just got to switch addiction if your addiction is just dragging the ass out of you. I said, I found the greatest addiction. Jesus said it's more blessed is be happy, inner peace, all of that. That calm, that, like, peace that passes on. All of it. It is more blessed to give than receive. I used to always say, givers always have more than they need, and getters never have enough. But I'd say, guys, so you want to get high? You want the helpers high? You got it right in here. You're right. This is the greatest. Holy Zapadoo. I said, you start visiting a few grannies in nursing homes. I said, I'm a very selfish person. But all of a sudden, the endorphins that you realize this matters. Like, it matters. You're just there holding their hand, talking to them. Like, whoa. No, it's like a microwave of instant, like, oh, thank you for coming. It is. My dad was endlessly generous, but I said 20 minutes. I'm sorry. Bravo. Bravo. Well, that's the wrong word. It was just really beautiful, Pastor Ken. That's all. And I'm grateful that I'm grateful you're my spiritual teacher. How is that? It's not the theology I'm listening for. It's a sincere love. When you said about that girl, that's Jesus. That's Jesus who gave her scholarship to someone more needier. And even in that verse in Corinthians, the whole thing was summed up by you're going to give to the poor. It's always who needs. And if I'm doing better, they need more. So I got to give. And so you just look around. Are you okay? You okay? How about you over there? How you doing over there? World would work. Everybody just wakes up. I think I told you and I can't believe I'm doing this so long. Well, I can, but I'm sorry. But it is funny, when I won the Voice Award, I got up and told them that I was going to start my own political party. And people are snickering already. I said, no, I'm going to run for president. I said, this is it, man. But I have one slogan. One. And I only have one policy. It's the slogan. Here we go. Ready, boys? After you. No. You go first. After you. No. I insist. After you. No. You first. The world works. Everybody wakes up in the morning going, 8 billion people. How are they doing? Anybody hurting anywhere? Let's go home. So, all right, you're a great conduit. I can never say that word. That illustration was also priceless. It is just beautiful. All right, I have to stop. 23 minutes. I love you, Pastor God.